Hi all, welcome to my channel Lal Views. Today we are discussing about the second part of LabVIEW course. In the first part, we discussed about the basics of LabVIEW, that is the block diagram, front panel, etc. So in this session, we are discussing the basic operations, mainly the numerical as well as the Boolean operations using LabVIEW. So to start with, the main interface of LabVIEW software is shown here. See, I'm using the LabVIEW 2017 version, and you can download the latest version of LabVIEW using the link that I have already provided in the previous video. So in the LabVIEW interface, so there is a tab file. So in this tab, when I click on the file tab, there is a new VI. You can see a new VI is the first option. When I click on the new VI, two dialog boxes are formed. Okay, so I am just enlarging the dialog boxes. Okay, now this is the front panel. So we already are aware about the front panel as well as the block diagram. The front panel is the user interface, and the block diagram has the program or what is the logic that is explained in the block diagram section, and the user interface or the user can interact with the front panel. Okay, so in this front panel, in the toolbar you can see several tabs, that is file, edit, view, project, operate, tools, window, help. Okay, so when you want to see the block diagram window, you just click on the window and show block diagram. Okay, so you can see the block diagram. Okay, so again in window, if you press on the show front panel, you can see the front panel. Okay, and you can also, two more options are there: tile left and right and tile up and down, which means that the front panel as well as the block diagram can be placed in the left and right side. Also it can be placed in the up and down position. Okay, so when I press on tile left and right, you can see the left and right position, the block diagram and front panel are shown. Okay, so you can directly compare the logic as well as the user interface using this view. Okay, so whatever, I am just enlarging the front panel. So when I right click on the front panel window, you can see a set of controls. The first one is numeric. So when I place the mouse on the numeric option, you can see the numeric control, numeric indicator, timestamp control, timestamp indicator, vertical fill sight, and so on. So knob, dial, meter, gauge, tank, thermometer, etc. So there are so many numeric controls are available in our library. Then the second option, Boolean. The Boolean controls we have available: the push button, rocker, vertical rocker, round LED, square LED, several toggle switches, OK button, cancel button, stop button, etc. So I think you already know about the feature of a Boolean operand or a Boolean control. The Boolean control or a Boolean switch can output only 1 or 0, or either it is true or false. So that is the peculiarity of the Boolean operator. Now string, then arrays, list, tables, and so on. So different controls are available in the LabVIEW library. See, there is one more control that is called decorations. So these decorations are used to make the front panel more attractive. So for making the attractive front panel, we can use several decorative boxes, that is square, round, so and so, etc. A lot of decorative boxes are available. Okay. Now I just take one numeric control signal. So when I press on the numeric control and then paste it on the front panel display. Okay, so its name is numeric. I can change the name of this numeric also. See, I have named the numeric control as A. Then again I right click on the control and numeric. Then in numeric I'm going to select the numeric indicator. Okay, so this is an indicator and the first one is control. So the A indicates the control and B indicates the indicator, which means that we are giving input to A and we are taking output from B. Okay, so let's see what will be the icons that is formed in the block diagram window. So I just click on the block diagram. Okay, so in block diagram there are two numerical controls, one numerical control and a numerical indicator is formed. See, there are two arrows for each one of the indicator. There is an arrow provided. So for control, the arrow in the right side. For an indicator, the arrow in the left side. Okay, so when I connect this arrow from indicator, from control to indicator, okay, so just press the mouse on left click on the left arrow and then move and then click the left click on the indicator arrow. Okay, so we will get a connection between A and B. So this connection or this logic means that whatever the value we are giving to the input A or the control A, that same value will be given to the indicator B. Whatever the value given to A will be displayed in the indicator B. So let's check what will be the output of this logic. Okay, so A and B. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm just pressing the run button. This run button execute this program. So just click on the run. So the input is 0, so the output is also 0. When I'm giving another value for a 4, okay, then I am again press on the run button. See the output, you can see it is 4. Okay, you can also make this logic as continuously running. The second option, that is nearer to the run button, there is a run continuously. When I press on this run continuously button, the program will be run continuously. When I change the value of A, that will be instantaneously displayed in B. See, 8, 10, 11, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 90. So the same will be displayed in the numerical control and numerical indicator B. So our program is A equal to B. So that's why the output will be like this. Okay. Hope you understand about the basic connection program of this LabVIEW. Now I again pressing the run continuously button and the program will be stopped. Okay. Now we can look into the numerical operations. First of all, we should have two operands. For performing any arithmetic operation, we should have two operands. So first I'm taking an operand, that is a numerical control. So I'm selecting a numerical control and placing here. And I given the name as operand 1. OP1. Okay. Similarly, one more operand needed, so I take the numerical control operand 2. Okay. You can simply copy paste the OP1 and paste here for creating a new numerical control. Like you can do it simply, but I have selected the proper way. Now we should have a result. We should have to display the result. So numeric indicator should be selected. So I have also selected a numerical indicator. The name we can change as sum. Okay. So this logic displays that the sum of operands operand 1 and operand 2 will be displayed as sum in the indicator. So for that we should go to the block diagram to make the logic. Okay, so the same operands are created in the block diagram. So first of all we should perform the sum operation. So for that we are just clicking the right click option, and here there is a lot of functions are there. Structures, it includes for loop, while loop, case structure, event structure, flat sequence, etc. Okay, arrays, clusters, then numeric. So this option is needed now, and in this option we have to select the addition operation. So just click on the add option and paste here. Okay. Now the add function has 2 input and 1 output. See, when you place the mouse on the add function, you can see 3 terminals. 2 terminals are inputs and 1 terminal is the output. Okay, so you can connect each of the operands to each of the terminal, the input terminals, and the output to the sum. Okay, so this logic performs operand 1 plus operand 2, and the sum will be displayed in the indicator. Okay, we can check the result. Okay, so I'm giving a value 2 in operand 1 and 5 in operand 2. Now I'm checking the run, so the sum will be 7. You can see the sum as 7. Okay, similarly when I press on run continuously, as the value changes, as the operand value changes, the sum will be displayed instantaneously. Okay, 10 plus 30, 40 is 33, 43. Okay, so this is the addition operation. Okay, now stopping the operation and going to the block type. Okay, so if you want to display the product, difference and the quotient of the operation between these 2 operands, you can use the same operands and for using for different functions. Okay, so let us select the numeric and then subtract here, then multiply here, then divide. Similarly, I copied this indicator to here, and then one more. And I have named this sum as difference. And the third one is product. And the fourth one is quotient. Okay, now I am connecting the input terminals. So each of these functions have 2 inputs and 1 output. So I am connecting the corresponding input terminals to the operands. You can simply connect the terminals using the wire. You can also connect to the nearby input also. It's not needed to directly connect to the operands. You can connect like this also. Now the outputs. Okay, so using the same operands, we are performing 4 different operations, that is sum, different, product and quotient. Okay, now we can go to the front panel. See, the displays are misaligned and we can align once again and we can check the result. Okay, so I'm taking 2 operands. 8, 4. Then run button. 8 plus 4, that is equal to 12. 8 minus 4, 4. 8 into 4, that is equal to 32. 8 by 4, that is equal to 2. So the result is verified. If you are pressing the run continuously, you can directly get the instantaneous result. See. Okay. So we have performed all the numerical arithmetic operations, and now we can move into the Boolean operations, the basic Boolean operations. So as similar to the numerical operations, we have a Boolean operator, Boolean control as well as Boolean indicator. So let's see what is Boolean control. See, there are a lot of Boolean controls are there. I'm taking a push button switch. Okay, say push button switch. So giving us input 1. Now I'm taking a round LED as Boolean indicator. I'm renamed as output 2. Okay. Now moving to the block diagram window. See the unwanted wires, we can delete this unwanted wires. Okay, now I'm directly connecting this push button switch to the output LED, and we can check in the front panel. Okay, so when I pressing the run continuously, so the input is 0, so the output will be 0 itself, or the input is false, the output is false itself, because it is Boolean operation. When I press on the push button switch, the input will be true, so the output will be true. Okay, so the bulb will be glowing. Again, when the input is off, the output is off. So this is the Boolean operation. Now we can perform the Boolean operations like AND operation, OR operation, etc. For that we need 2 operands. So I'm copy pasting input 1 and input 2, output 1 and output 2, and I am renaming the output as AND and OR. Okay. Now in block diagram, so in block diagram 2 inputs are there, 2 outputs are there, the AND output and OR output. So we have to perform the AND operation as well as OR operation using this same inputs, that is input 1 and input 2. Now click on the right click on the block diagram and take the Boolean operators. So there are several Boolean operations: AND, OR, exclusive OR, NOT, NAND, nor, etc. Exclusive, nor, etc. So there are a lot of Boolean operations. Here we have to perform the and or operation. So I am taking the and operation and placing here. Also taking the or operation, placing here. Now the similar to the numerical operators, it is having two inputs and one output. Here also two input and one output. Now I am giving the input to the specified terminals. Okay, so the connections are done. Now we have to check the result in front panel. Okay. So when I press the run continuously button, see both the inputs are false, so the and or results are false. That is, according to the truth table, 0 0, the output will be 0 for both and operation as well as or operation. If any of the inputs are high or true, the or operation will be true. If any of the inputs will be true, the or operation will be true. If only when the both inputs are true, the and operation will be true. Okay, so these are the basic Boolean operations. If any of the input will be true, or operation will be true, both input should be true for and operation is to be true. Okay, so that is the and or operation. So we verified the result of the Boolean operation in LabVIEW. So these are the main two basic operations in LabVIEW. Hope you understand the basic operations, and we can discuss more detailed operations and other designs or modelings in the later sessions. So thank you all. Thank you for watching.